All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to my apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth, and it's a sincere Shalom to elect out there teaching this truth in all honesty and sincerity in these last days. All right, I'm the brother Yasharan, and this is pretty much a video about how the Lord is bringing all kinds of things on the planet Earth, man. Okay? I'm not talking about geopolitical, okay? But yes, he is bringing that as well. I'm talking about what he's doing as far as natural disasters, man. Okay? And the scriptures talk about that. All right, over the past couple weeks, there have been numerous earthquakes, including a huge one in Venezuela. All right, and there's feared to be tens of thousands dead. Right, last I seen, there was over 50,000 people still missing. Okay, and it's looking like America is not going to help out. Here it is, America just took over Venezuela's entire oil industry. Right? It just took over their entire freaking oil industry, but they're not going to help them out from that earthquake. All right? Man. And then you have what's going on right now this week. You had, and it's still ongoing, man. I'm sitting here trying to find a good position to be in just to record this video to where you can't really hear the sound, the fan much. But, yeah, man, it's been scorchingly hot this week. A heat wave that's been unlike anything in recorded history, man. You got a large portion of Babylon with over 100-degree heat index. You have things going on in Europe where they don't have air conditioning or any of that. A lot of places don't have air conditioning, man. You got thousands of people dead in France from this heat wave. Thousands. Okay? This is a sign of the times that we're in. The Lord is going to be bringing these things, man. And it's only going to get more and more serious. Okay? Because we hear about earthquakes all the time. All right, but how often do you hear about earthquakes where over 10,000 people have died? Right? You don't really hear about that very often. Okay? How often do you hear about a heat wave where people around the world are dying from it? Lots of people, too. Not just, oh, they had a heat wave and 5 senior citizens on the top floor of some fucking skyscraper died. No, man. All right, we're pissed because usually when they have these heat waves, you know, the death count is in the single digits, or it might be like 10 or 15 people. Nah, man, we're reading the reports and we're seeing the videos of thousands of people dying from these heat waves, man. All right? And the Lord is going to bring a lot more. Okay, he's going to bring a lot more, man. He's going to be bringing famines, droughts, you know. Almost all the drinking water is accounted for. All right? That's another thing that investors are see, when you follow the money, you kind of see where things are headed too. Okay, a lot of investors are putting their bets on water shortages in the near future. All right? So all these things are going on, man. And the Lord has hints like this all over the scriptures about the great natural disasters that he's going to be bringing in these last days. Matthew 24:6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So we're going to see more and more of these things with more frequency and more severity, man. Okay? Last year was a pretty calm year for hurricane season here in Babylon, man. Okay? There's usually not 2 calm years in a row. Usually, you have a couple years where there's really strong hurricanes, and then, maybe a couple years where there's not. But man, it's looking, I mean, you can feel it in the air, man. It's looking like this is going to be a major year for hurricanes in the coming months. Okay? Verse 7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. Okay? We're seeing the beginning of these pestilences. Okay? Now, pestilences can be a form of what? Can come in the form of what? Plagues. You still have that Ebola outbreak. And now you have this new explosive diarrhea bug that's sweeping across America, man. Okay? It's just the Lord is sending one thing after another, man. And all it's going to take is for one thing to stick. Right? We talked about the hantavirus and all that. That ended up being not much. But hey, there's plenty of other viruses out there that can spread and create the lockdown type situation again, man. Okay, and the next time they lock down, it will be the final time that they lock down, man, because this devil is gonna come down showing great wrath during these next lockdowns, man. It's not gonna be like the test run that was Novid. Okay? It's gonna be a lot different this time, man. And they're not gonna play the fuck around. Okay? The Lord is gonna put the spirit on these devils to say, you know what? It's time to stop experimenting. Let's this new world order thing, let's just fucking do it. And they're going to do it. Okay? They're going to give their best effort within the scope that the Lord gives them. Okay? Because the powers that be, Romans 13:1, let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained by the Most High. Okay? The powers that be are ordained by the Most High. And we know that the scriptures say that what? The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. Alright? The Lord set this devil up in the last days to rule the earth for a reason, man. Okay? And he's going to start removing his limitations and his restrictions, okay? Because this devil has bounds that he cannot pass. Okay? And there's a time and a place for everything, man. So when the Lord finally says, you know what? Enough. Alright? He's going to let these devils loose. Because they can't do it without the Most High signing off on it. Okay? Because it's the Lord that controls the minds of the leaders that do all this, man. Alright? Now, in Matthew 24, it talked about earthquakes. Right? Verse 7, earthquakes in diverse places. Meaning what? All over. Okay? Now let's do some word searches here, man. Oops. I love how I put a smiley face there. Actually, let me get. But man, when I turned on I went to my browser, because my browser has a homepage set on news articles or whatever. I was quite shocked when I seen that over 1,000 people in France have died from this heat wave. 1,000 people in one country from one heat wave, man. And they're not even in they're not even in the heart of summer yet, or what do they call them, the dog days of summer. And hey, we were warned about this earlier this year, man. A lot of these almanac people and so on and so forth, they were talking about the Super El Nino. Okay, we're gonna have a Super El Nino. It's gonna get crazy hot, man. And I work in I work in the heat, man. That shit was brutal. That shit was brutal, man. All right, it's by the grace of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Okay, did nothing even happen to me. Because people at job sites that have to deal with this heat, they pass out all the time from this shit, man. They get dizzy, they get weak, because I've had heat stroke before. That shit sucks. All right, heat exhaustion, man. You get sick to your stomach like you're about to vomit. You get shaky. You get dizzy. You get really weak. Okay, your thoughts start racing. But this is Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord of hosts. Okay, so the Lord is visiting by sending all this, man. With thunder and with earthquake and great noise. Okay? With storm and tempest and the flame of devouring fire. And this is going on. Okay? And in this summer we could see some serious tempests. Okay? And the Lord, and hey, it said with earthquake, right? The Lord is visiting with great earthquakes, man. All right. And there, and you got a lot of these simps. All right, you got a lot of these simps that'll say, "Well, the earthquakes are getting stronger because we're surveilling more." Get out of here, man. They say that about everything. Well, there's more UFO sightings now because people have phones and you can record them. I had to do my nerdy atheist Edomite voice, man. Nerdy Edomite fucking mad scientist. Yuppie ass crackers, man. I'm so sick of you fucking devils ruling the earth, man. I'm glad that the Lord is bringing this shit, man. Even if we have to suffer on this side, man. But hey, that suffering purifies you, man. All right, that suffering is good for you. Okay, out there sweating in the heat, deal with all kinds of harsh conditions, having to think in harsh conditions, man. It's kind of like a warm up to what's coming ahead. Okay, thinking in a chaotic, having to think and make decisions in a chaotic environment, man. But this is what was that one scripture? No, we'll go Matthew or Isaiah 24, and then we'll bring out that one. This is Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Okay? And these devils have broken all the covenants, man. I mean, the covenants weren't made to him. But, you know, the Lord, I mean, these devils, okay, they never treated the earth right. You know, they never respected the earth. Okay? If you want to, you know, here it is, they're in power, but they refuse to be one with the earth, man. Okay? That's why he can't be given any of the covenants or promises, man, or be shown any mercy in the kingdom. Because he's showing right now what he would do if he had total control. All right? They sit there, they put on your media about all this climate change and global warming and all that shit. Okay? He sits there and acts like he cares so much about the environment. You know? The World Economic Forum, they're having all these conferences about sustainability of the earth. But you devils are building data centers everywhere and destroying the water supplies in the earth. Okay? You own the factories that pollute. All right? You own the toxic waste dumps and the chemical dumps. You own all them ships. Okay? One of the largest polluters in the world is the U.S. military. All right? Verse 5, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws and changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Yeah, 1 second. Right. Isaiah 24 and we'll go with 19. The earth is utterly broken down. The earth is clean, dissolved. The earth is moved exceedingly. Let's read this part in the NLT, man. The earth has broken up. It has utterly collapsed. It is violently shaken. Okay, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Okay? And that's what's going to be happening when those nuclear missiles hit, man. It's going to be greater than any earthquake. All right? Because the earth has to be cleansed, man. Okay? The heat that is coming in this heat wave is nothing compared to the heat of those ICBMs. All right, the weapons of the Lord's indignation. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again. All right. I believe it's in 25. Hang on 1 second. No. We'll get this scripture in Revelation and we'll wrap it up. Alright? Because ultimately, okay, what's going on in the earth, yes, the Lord is bringing it. He's bringing it as punishment. He's bringing it as signs of the times. Okay, he's bringing it as warning. He's bringing it because it's written as prophecy. All right, but at the end of the day, okay, at the end of the day, the blame is put on Esau Edom. Okay, because he's put the earth in such a horrible state. All right. You know, I mean, the Lord brings everything, man. But some of these things going on in the earth, like some of these earthquakes, you know, could be a form of the earth, you know, expressing its spirit, man. Its spirit is wounded, man. You know? Because the earth reacts when things go when things are out of balance, man. Okay? And the Lord put this devil in power, right? And this devil had all this great responsibility, man. It's a great blessing to receive the earth. And he absolutely destroyed it, man. He absolutely destroyed it, man. And he acts like he's serious about all this shit changing. Oh yeah, man, climate change and all that. And no, he's not. No, he's not. Revelation 11 and 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyeth the earth. Okay? And that's who's ultimately destroying the earth, man. You could blame the everyday people all you want. Yes, we have our carbon footprints and our pollution and all that. But at the end of the day, who's the one in charge, man? Okay? Who's the one in charge? He's been given all this power, all this knowledge, and he doesn't use any of it for good. He has no honor of the land Sabbath. Okay? He allows all his polluting factories. He allows these corporations to dump chemicals wherever the fuck they want. All right? And yes, the people do have a hand in that too. Because there's a lot of garbage in the ocean. Okay? And it wasn't all the elites that put it there, as much as we want to blame them. All right? But the center of the blame falls on them, man. Okay? Because at the end of the day, they're the ones that approve these nasty products that that are destroying the earth. These businesses, these nasty products like styrofoam. And now he wants to do away with styrofoam. He realized he fucked up. Oh, it's not biodegradable. It's poisonous. Same thing with plastic, man. He wants to reduce plastic usage. Well, why'd you let it get out of control in the first place, man? If you were so concerned with it. All right, because that's this devil. All right, that's his devil, man. He creates the issue and the problem in the first place, makes a bunch of money on it, and then when he he flips, and once he's done making money off it, okay, or gaining power or whatever, or furthering his NWO agenda, he changes things up. Looking like he's the good guy trying to save the planet. Trying to make this a better place to live. That's what they're doing. They're going to do with these AI robots, man. Alright? They're going to make them out to be, your own personal robot. Do whatever you tell it. You know? He never talks about the bad, only the good. He's a devil and he's a deceiver. All right, but with that, I hope y'all were edified. Till next time, shalom.